win for the Georgia Bulldogs as they will now head down to Florida this weekend, take on the Gators, and they have pushed their record out to 11-3. Meanwhile, perhaps the biggest surprise in this league at this point, Missouri Tigers. They cracked the top 25 after back-to-back wins against top 25 teams, taking on Arkansas, and we are just underway. Missouri with a 5-2 lead here in the opening minute change from Bud Walton Arena. Dave Neal alongside the shooter, Pat Bradley. Glad you could join us tonight. Evo Davis can't get it to go. Mitchell the rebound. Back to Davis. This time he'll take it inside. Nice pass. Mitchell to the
That Missouri zone defense has forced Arkansas's 2 jump shots. Arkansas, the offensive glass, that could be a decision maker. That could be what determines this game as we come down to the end of it, how Arkansas could chip away.
Kobe Brown tied up. Good defense by the Hogs. It's been their calling card this year, but Brown somehow gets the shot to go.
That's what he does. You want somebody to make a play, it's going to be Kobe Brown. 6'8", can handle it, got a soft touch. And Jordan Walsh, one of the best on-ball defenders we have in the league. You see that length and athleticism.
Here's Council. He is stripped at the SEC logo. That'll be a foul on Kobe Brown.
Good look by Devo. Against that zone, what do you want to do? Attack the gaps on the dribble. Keep your head up. Kobe Brown says, even if he missed it, Dave Neal, he's in position for that offensive rebound.
Well, I will say this right now about Kobe Brown. You wondered, could he keep it going? It looks like his confidence is at an all-time high.
What's so great about him is he doesn't have to get 30. He's had 30 the last 2 games. He doesn't have to get 30 to beat you. He's that good because he's a facilitator and can pass, rebounds, communicates well. And you see Missouri's offense spread out. The difference here is if DeGray can make that 3, Makai Mitchell's letting him shoot it.
Boy, he is playing 10 feet off the net.
But that's how Missouri shoots so well from the 2-point area. 61%, number 2 in the nation.
That foul is going to go against Chameleon. Well, these 2 teams obviously in the top 20, and there's a reason why. They are very similar when it comes to their numbers across the board offensively. Just break that down for me.
Well, fast break. First of all, both of these teams are 1-2 and getting up the floor. Steals, turn you over, both turn you over and get about 19 points off of turnovers. And that's why the turnover margin is so good. Missouri averages close to about 18 assists per game, and that's just a style of their offense. Spread it out, move the ball quick, where Arkansas is not quite as much, more attack. Right against this zone where Ricky Council is flashing to that free throw line area. That's how you break it.
Council kicks it out to Walsh. There's Walsh again. Bounce pass underneath. Makai Mitchell going up strong.
One thing to keep an eye on is Eric Musselman's teams have always been really good interior passing teams. You saw right there was about 4 guys that touched it. I would have shot it.
Of course you would.
Probably in the first pass. But they're good interior passing. That's something that they work on.
Well, Arkansas got kind of out of rhythm at LSU. They relied on a 3-point shot, and that is not what they're about. And that is something that Coach Musselman talked about. We were just not, that's not who we are.
Right.
But LSU, give them credit, forced them to be that team.
They enticed them into it. And Coach Gates watched that game too. He says, we're going to start in that zone. Let's see if we can entice them into shooting some jump shots, which they did the first 2 possessions. Arkansas got that offensive rebound to get another look at it, which I think offensive rebounding, that's what Missouri can do. They get up the floor. If you're not guarding everybody, they can shoot the 3, all of them. That's what makes them so unique.
Well, Sean East was a huge part of that Kentucky win for Missouri last week. He had 12 in the first half to really get him some momentum going into the break. Block swatted out of there by Noah Carter. That starts the break. Lemoy high, strong to the basket. He's fouled and will head to the free throw line. So a good start for Missouri on the road. Wondering how they would handle this environment. So far, so good for the Tigers. You couldn't draw it up any better if you were Dennis Gates.
Well, that's right there what they do. They get out in transition. Kobe Brown, they play through him offensively. What I love, they spread the floor on offense. 5 guys can shoot the 3 for Missouri. Makes them so dangerous. They did it to Kentucky. You see East right there is a bucket getter. Very impressive Missouri team. What they do is they play smart. They're a veteran team. They're a versatile team. They make quick decisions, quick passes. And there he is, the man.
He's trying to do something only one other player has done in the last quarter century of college basketball, and his name is Steph Curry, and that is scored 30-plus points against 3 straight games against top 25 opponents.
He's able to do that because, again, shoots a 3, we saw that. He gets to the free throw line, which he already did this game. He gets out in transition. He hurts you in so many different ways. I love the kid. Great kid. Credit him. You know, he's had a lot of ups and downs in his Missouri career, and this year, playing like a first-team All-SEC guy. Well deserved.
So Hodge misses the back into that, but Missouri leads it by 6. 15:40 to go, opening half. By the way, no Nick Smith Jr., not even here with the Arkansas team, the super talented freshman who was out for a couple of games, what they call need management, when he's off seeing a specialist right now to try to figure out exactly how to get back on the court.
Well, he's a kind of talent that creates his own shot. And anybody in America needs a player like that. He can handle it, can score in bunches, so if he comes back, that obviously adds another element. He's the kind of guy where you give him the ball and says, go get us something, Nick. Go get us something. He's going to get us good. You and I talked before the game. Arkansas should be a better offensive rebounding team.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a place where they can hurt Missouri is getting on the offensive glass. Especially if they're going to be forced to shoot a lot of jump shots.
Here's Wall, speaking of jump shots. That one won't go. Well, this is such a young basketball team for Arkansas. You talk about the veteran players, even though they're transfers, they're grad transfers or seniors from Missouri. Really a big difference in terms of experience between these two clubs.
Well, Missouri has grad transfers as seniors and seniors, a junior in there. Arkansas has 2 guys on the floor, 2 now, in Davis and Johnson, who have been with Coach Musselman for a couple of years, which helps the transition. For Coach Gates, talk about our guy, Kobe Brown, right? He stayed, and now it's easy for the other guys to follow his lead.
Anthony Black from the corner, that won't go. Bodies hit the deck, rebound to Sean East, last year's junior college national player of the year. Long 3 on the way from Honor, and he is fouled in the process, so he'll head to the free throw line for 3 opportunities, and that's an 85% foul shooter going to the stripe.
Yeah, Nick Honor can shoot it, and they're so smart in getting in transition. They're already spaced out, which is already stretching out that Razorback defense. If he did want to shoot that, he can take that to the hole, get in the lane, either finish, draw defense, and kick out.
Well, this Missouri basketball team, first in the conference in free throw percentage. They're 51% from the field. That leads the league. They're second in the conference in three-point shooting, and they average 10 three-point makes per game.
And you know what helps that? And Coach Gates talked to us about it. We talked to him before the game. Every question we asked him, I feel like he went back to assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah.
Assist to turnover ratio. Coach, how you feeling today? Assist to turnover ratio. That's all I care about. And they haven't turned it over against. Look, the length Arkansas has. That's what they gives you a chance, a shot at the rim every time.
Yeah. Well, this zone has not been easy for Arkansas to crack. They got to start making a few of these outside shots. Maybe free things up in the middle. Johnson. Now here's Walsh trying to get past East. Shot clock down to 3. Ricky Council pulled up jumper. That's off the mark. They just can't seem to. That's going to be a foul. collision. Sean East barrels right into Anthony Black.
And that's what Kamani Johnson does. He's come up with some huge offensive rebounds throughout his career. Give him a little hip.
Yeah, and Kamani's 6'7", 230.
Big dude.
Sean East, he's checking in at about 180 pounds.
Yeah, right. Leverage, though. He understands leverage.
Kamani's a guy they could get a little bit more out of, too, averaging just about 3 points a game.
Well, one thing, too, with this zone in Arkansas, they turn down shots there on the block. You can't. You've got to be in attack mode.
Hawks finally make a three. Now 1 for 5 from behind the arc as Council knocks that one down. He's just a 29% three-point shooter on the year. Against LSU, Arkansas was 4 for 25 from behind the arc.
And normally when
There's a turnover.
and that's the kind of length, ball pressure that you expect from a Razorback defense, but Missouri, they get back, communicate well defensively.
Walsh back to Davis.
And right there, you need a flasher at the free throw line area. We're back to a man-to-man here for Missouri.
Davis will fire. That's no good. Tapped around. Noah Carter gets it.
See how fast Missouri gets up the floor.
Here comes Council after that block shot. Black goes baseline. Nowhere to go. He lost it. Taken away there by DeAndre Golston. Brown thought there might have been some contact on the baseline. They might be right.
Good decision by Nick Honor right here. Take your time. He's their floor general.
Golston. There's Council with a pick. Tough shot. Won't go. Well, that hung on the rim would seem like an eternity.
But him coming downhill, you just see the athleticism created, just hung up there in the air. That's his shot right there. Oh, East has got that floater, that lefty floater.
Yeah, you know what?
That's like Kenny Anderson.
That's like a 10, 12-foot floater, though. That's a
long-
deep floater.
Yeah, we may have, that's, that thing went above the shot. But he is a bucket getter out of junior college.
And an offensive foul against Arkansas. That's going to go against Mitchell. Timeout on the floor. Ricky Council and company playing a little defense. Now they need a little offense. And it's a fourth game this season where Arkansas has trailed by 10 or more points.
Jordan Walsh right there, open big. Show your hands big.
Davis shot clock down to 0.
Great job, that hesitation. And he knows once he attacks and that baseline help comes, he's just looking for the cutter.
It's hard to believe this team really is. It's a brand new team. Guys coming from all over the place, even though you do have a few Cleveland State guys that came with Dennis Gates where he was a previous coach. But I mean, it's a whole new batch of guys together, and they're playing like they played together 2 or 3 years already.
Well, this is why I love the Missouri team, and it's because they're basketball players. They can all shoot, pass, and dribble, and they're good decision makers.
Gets it back to East. 5 on the shot clock. Golston elevates. Got it. That's a 3. And it's a 21-8 advantage for Missouri.
And that's a gut punch 3 right there. You felt like you played some really good.
Here's Golston again after the takeaway. He takes it to the basket. Binion had it. Well, now it's back to Haas. He's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the free throw line. Boy, it feels like there's like 6 players out there in Missouri.
So to kind of clarify my comments at that Missouri defense. They don't overextend when they shouldn't. So many teams will do that, and that'll open up the gaps for driving lanes, and then you get in your rotations for open shots.
So Hodge at the free throw line. Des Moines leads this team in scoring. 6th in the conference, misses that shot. Des Moines 66% at the free throw line this year. 1st in the conference in steals. Young man of the British Virgin Islands, transferred in from Cleveland State. He was the Horizon League Defensive Player of the Year last year at 14 points. And it's about to be 16.
And that pressure defense, you can't wait for the defense. You got to attack.
It's a 10-0 run by Missouri. Arkansas hasn't attempted a shot in almost 3 minutes.
But you're right, Missouri is connected defensively. It does, you're out there, you say there's got to be 7 of them. But it's a communication, their understanding.
It's Trey Gabillion now. And a foul on the way up as Noah Carter will head to the free throw line. The crowd getting a little restless in here. 8 points. And we played 10 and a half minutes.
Noah Carter, I like him. He's active, aggressive, physical player.
Another transfer, a senior from Northern Iowa. Well, we have a college basketball quadruple header on Saturday right here on the SEC Network. Before Pat Bradley will be watching every one of those from our headquarters over in Charlotte.
Every single commercial.
You'll watch it all.
Everything you say, I'm going to be watching you.
Well, capped off by a great game at 8:30 Eastern as this Arkansas club will take on 22nd ranked Auburn. Coverage begins for that one at 8:30 Eastern, but we will begin our day at 1 o'clock Eastern with Georgia at Florida.
Now, it does feel like Arkansas is stunned, right? Missouri stunned them, and they're just wobbling.
There you go.
That's what you want. Quick passes against that, turn, shoot. You make you miss, at least you're getting a higher percentage shot.
Pinion with good defense, got a piece of it. Walsh, who made that last basket, grabs the loose basketball. Here's Anthony Black. It's a screen from Kamani Johnson. Oh, what a foul by Walsh. Turns, fires, no good, rebound Walsh.
And you know Arkansas was going to have this run. Missouri, but be careful not to let it get away from them too much.
Corner three, no good from Black. There's Walsh again, offensive rebound. Davis, Pinion, he is tripped by East. Joseph Pinion, the freshman out of Morrilton, Arkansas, drawing the foul.
He's a shooter, but gets up and defends there, gets a hand on the ball, and that's part of what Arkansas wants to do, get up in transition. And that's Jordan Walsh we talked about. One of the things Arkansas can do when you're not making shots, they have the rebounding team, right? They're not going to overwhelm you with their size or athleticism, so 5 guys from Mizzou have to crash the glass. Right now, really Arkansas's offensive rebounding has been one of the bright spots, the few offensive bright spots that they've had. Jordan Walsh on the offensive glass particularly.
Yeah, Walsh takes a seat right now, trying to buy him an extra few minutes of rest. 8:03 on the clock, so we'll have our under 8 media timeout here in a couple of seconds.
And you mentioned shooting to be good. If Joseph Pinion, freshman, the more minutes you get, the more comfortable you feel. But Missouri right now is okay with saying, we're going to let you prove if you can make a 3, and then we'll come out and guard you.
Boy, in the first half against LSU, Arkansas went 0 for 13 from the three-point line. They are 1 for 8 here tonight. Here's Carter working on Black. DeDre kicks it around. Ends up in Vermillion's hands. He fires. Rebound Davis.
Pinion's got to come on that ready to shoot. Even if you don't, you got to be ready. You got to have that thing locked.
Pinion's in the quarter, waiting for his opportunity. Here it is. Corner three. No good. Tapped around. Won by Pinion for a moment. Right into the hands of Carter.
Part of this, you got to credit Missouri's defense for not fouling. Being able to defend without fouling is a skill, man. And Arkansas loves to get that free throw line. Missouri's not letting it.
Kobe Brown's been on the bench for a while now with those 2 fouls. That won't go to Gray over the back. So that'll get us to our under 8 timeout. Missouri still out front by double figures.
New customers get our best deals on all smartphones.
That's right.
But what if I'm already a customer?
Oh, no problem. Hey, Cam.
There. Oh, same deal.
Yeah, it's kind of our thing.
What if I'm new to AT&T?
Cam, can...
Nice.
Hey, but what about for existing customers?
Same deal.
deal.
Is he okay? At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone. Get up to $1,000 off on our most popular smartphones with eligible trade-in.
College basketball, man, this is fun. When the lights are on, the popcorn's popping, it's time to get your game going. I gotta be in the baby. I take it anywhere you wanna go. Players game, I'm telling you. Ready to win it.
They probably got one.
Great kind in here that you know I love. You know I do.
Zone defense, I don't know that they've played any possession other than zone defensively Missouri tonight.
No, and they're not going to come out of it until the Hawks show that they can score. Not just score, but consistently against it. There's a lot of Missouri is connected defensively. They don't overextend. They communicate well. When the shot goes up, they may not get every rebound, but they're physical, gang rebounding. That one's Coach Gates not going to like.
Here's an opportunity for Arkansas.
I think Arkansas needs to force the issue. Get in the paint. If it's an offensive foul, but you've got to attack.
Off the mark by Davis. Johnson the rebound over Vermillion.
Go up with it. You see the recovery by Mizzou.
Not a good pass by Council. Stolen by Hodge, and he gets a lay-in to go.
But it's just the quickness. That's what I think if people hadn't seen Missouri in person, they got some quickness at that guard position. They got great anticipation.
When Missouri plays zone defense, they create turnovers 20% of the time.
Well,
Out of a zone.
there is something to the fact of understanding how to beat a zone. Most players are dribble, yeah, one-on-one. Beating a zone is a little bit different.
There's Pinion, getting a lot of minutes here in the first half. Council with a ball fake. Nice pass underneath to Kamani Johnson, who's fouled by DeGray on the way up. So he'll head to the free throw line, but they penetrated the zone, got a shot near the rim.
So what they were able to do that time, yes, penetrate. You make the defense move and shift and get in rotation, and now you're able to find an open shot. Wow, Hodge, great job getting that pass line. Great hands, good finish. So comfortable. And I think that's the other thing about Missouri is they're very comfortable playing fast, but under control. At a high rate of speed, they're still able to make good decisions. Finish at the rim, make the right pass. But yeah, going back to Arkansas, continue to drive that ball. You will find an opening. You make an offensive foul at some point, but You've got to establish that paint.
Missouri's outscored Arkansas 20-10 since Kobe Brown got his second foul at the 16-16 mark. He hasn't played a full 4 minutes in this game.
And he had an impact early.
He's about to check in, though. He's sitting at the scorer's table. Walsh. That won't go. Johnson to find.
So that was Missouri's third turnover game. That was another piece of the Missouri puzzle for getting this lead, because they had taken care of the basketball, which didn't allow Arkansas to get in that transition game they're so good at.
Arkansas with 8 offensive rebounds and 11 second chance points.
Big part of their game, Dave Neal, that length, Jordan Walsh, great on-ball defense. And just get it and go, run. Everybody fill the lanes. Don't stop running, attack. Good things will happen. The other part of this that Missouri is winning is the free throw game.
Interesting, we just saw Kobe Brown sitting at midcourt waiting to check in, and as the whistle blew, he was about to check in, and Coach Gates says, you know what, we got to leave with 4:57. Why don't you come back and sit down, Kobe?
Be my assistant coach for maybe another few minutes.
Right.
Yeah, there's no need to put him in a position to have his third foul of this first half. Although, if there's a play you can trust that's not going to do anything to put himself in that position. But it is a physical game, and you don't want him not feeling like he can't play 100%.
It's going to be hard to get his third straight 30-point game, though.
That's right.
Boy, Coach Musselman today, shoot-around, told his team when he gathered them together, I've got to have the most intensity and desire I've seen from you all year in this game tonight.
Missouri brings it.
Damn.
Two guys had the same idea there, catching right the SEC logo.
Council will line up a three and shoots an air ball. Pinion in for the second chance opportunity if you call that a second chance.
Was that a pass?
Could have been. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're going to score that, but it certainly looked like a shot.
For Arkansas, it's about chipping away a steal here. Transition, offensive rebound.
Called it.
Carter took it right into a double team with the two freshmen down there, and Walsh and Black. 14 on the shot clock, and here comes Kobe Brown. Now he'll check in on this offensive possession.
Missouri's been good, right on cue with them turning over the Hogs. Hogs have 8 turnovers right now.
Okay, that was definitely
11. Missouri's averaging about 19, 20 points off turnovers. Got 11 right now. That's exactly their game plan.
Takes away in the corner by Davis. Here's a little run at it. Council spins.
Good to AB,
Takes
man.
it
What the
himself.
fuck?
Tries to go for the flush, but a foul against the freshman Aiden Shaw. But nice move by Ricky Council to fourth.
There was a little anger in that one, wasn't there?
Frustrated. Ricky Council trying to get out some of that anger. He'll have some free throws when we come back. An 11-point Tiger lead.
We talk about what is Nick Smith's skills, and that's giving him the ball, be able to create on his own. And
Terry
Trevor Brazil,
Roberts.
at the time of his injury, was their
Mark.
top three-point shooter. He
Oh,
had made
damn. I think it was a 3-point.
and what are they missing tonight? So that's the value. Nick Smith is the best three-point shooter. So without those guys, what the Razorbacks have to do from an offensive standpoint, limit their own turnovers, number one. But the second thing is, I think you've got to push the issue in the paint.
Yeah.
You're going to make some shots. They're not going to miss all of them. I mean, they 1 for 10.
Okay, so they haven't missed all of them.
They
So you're right.
haven't missed all of them.
You are factually correct.
You can't. But the other thing, too, is with a really good connected Missouri defense, that they are, zone defense. I'm talking quick passes, quick cuts, and decisiveness. If you miss it, you miss it. But if you get the ball in the paint, go straight up with it.
Arkansas's never led in this game. Ronnie DeGray hit the opening shot for Missouri on the first possession, a three-pointer, and they've never looked back. Now, I will say this, that Arkansas's defense has slowed down Missouri. The first 6 minutes of this game, it looked like Missouri was going to score 90. Kobe Brown stays in the game with those 2 fouls. Golston deep 3 off the back of the rim. There's Kobe with a long rebound.
And Missouri has just great recognition.
And Honor buries a 3 and looks at that Arkansas bench in the process.
The
They're
kids.
all 5 guys shooting.
Y'all
Kobe
niggas is
Brown
30 years
understands.
old
Look, that's
looking
what
at
I mean
these
about him being
19-year-olds.
more of a facilitator. Ball can't stick.
Davis.
Now, see, there should be a cutter or 2 if you're the Hogs, right? At that moment. Anthony
That's
Black's good
because
pass
they
from
beat
over the
Bruce
defense, cut
Conklin.
off the end.
East.
Boy, he's good, isn't he? He is crafty.
Yeah, he just doesn't get flustered. You know, he gets caught up down in there. He doesn't get bothered by it.
There are players that are so comfortable around the rim, regardless of how big they are. He's one of them.
Davis pull-up jumper guy.
Part of his game, that pull-up jumper, no hesitation, one dribble, quick pull-up.
Stop and pop is still in the game. Nick Honor bumped a couple of times. Gets it in the corner. Golston, no reset, shot clock at 15. Well, this is the thing. You've got like 3 point guards out on the floor right now.
And you got Kobe Brown, who is right at the top of the key as a point guard. Get it to him, too.
Honor, good ball fake. Can't convert the shot. Black, the rebound. Council spins. Nice pass to Davis. Too strong. Davis keeps it alive. No look pass. And Eric Musselman wants to kick that ball up into the upper deck, but he won't.
Well, so 2 good things on you could say the Arkansas possession. Ricky Council played through that initial defensive play, right? Spun, got to the rim, made a nice pass. Devo catch that, go straight up with it. Whoa. It wouldn't happen.
No.
Wouldn't happen.
No.
Well, it is one of those, if it can go wrong, it will.
It has been a tough night. Arkansas shooting 30% overall, 9% from behind the arc. And the other number is they're 4 of 9 from the line, 44%. Coach Musselman was telling us today, you know, this is a team that needs to get to the line 16 to 20 times a game. But when you do get there, you got to make them. Shot clock violation. He's not paying attention to the shot clock.
You won't see that too often with the Missouri offense because they move the ball so well. Not one guy is over dribbling. He's got caught up in deciding to take Anthony Black, which Anthony Black obviously is a fantastic defender. And the different looks Missouri's given, right? You got full court press, sometimes get back to that half court zone, and it just puts that little bit of hesitancy in Razorback offense.
Boy, Johnson is there, and you can count the basket. Walsh paid the price. He got clipped pretty good down in the painted area.
He had to take one for the team.
He did. He definitely took one for the team.
It's going to be that kind of a game, right? Attack. Ugh. Go up as strong as you can. However, as a 10th offensive rebound for the Hogs, you've got enough athletes out there that can get on the glass and get second chance opportunities. And then you hope at some point in the second half you start making some shots.
So this will be free throw number 10 of the first half for Arkansas. Cavani with 4 points, 4 rebounds. How about one? Here's Carter. Under a minute to go, first half. Carter working on Johnson, spins to the basket. Pinion comes over to help. Good defense by the Hawks.
Arkansas that time making Missouri into one-on-one team.
Here's a chance for Pinion. Launches for 3. It's back to single digits. The first time we've been inside 10 points in a dozen minutes. See if that's not the spark that Arkansas was looking for, because there has been no fire at all offensively here in the first half.
Well, that's a great pass right there by Devo. You see the floor spread. You got two guys in the corner, one guy in the middle there. So good decision by Devo to get to a shooter. However, what sparked it for the Hogs defensively, the last two possessions, they forced Missouri into a one-on-one team. That's not Missouri basketball. They spread you out, player movement, ball movement, cuts, screens. Now they said beat us one-on-one. And you saw the
Mizzou
result.
is definitely
Arkansas
not
gets the
winning.
rebound, takes it the other way, chipping away.
Grab that shit to the knee.
8-0 run now. Coach Musselman talks about many times how we know it's a game of runs. He says there's going to be 3 runs throughout the game. Looks like Arkansas's run for this half.
Foul against Walsh. Boy, that'll get the crowd up. That'll be number 2 on Walsh. Boy, and Eric Musselman giving Don Bailey an earful over there.
Looks like he moved in front of him.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That right there is what it makes Arkansas's defense so difficult. They have tremendous on-ball defenders, which means the other 4 guys.
Keep it moving.
For my team to understand what it takes to help the helper be in those positions. Obviously, the weakness there with playing zone defense is rebounding. Arkansas has 11 points, 13 second chance points, which has kept them in the game because they're not shooting the ball very well. But as again, when you're in that 2-3 defense, there's mismatches on rebounding. But Arkansas is not going to stop fighting. They're going to use their length to try and get into the game. But Missouri's tenacity up and down the court has been so impressive.
I mean, it's crazy that you see Arkansas with 27 points over in Bud Walton Arena, and you talked about that, how hard it is to play, and the fans have been fantastic in that game. Right now, if you're Eric Musselman, what's the message? Because it looked like he was trying to pull his hair out there towards the end of the half.
Well, yeah, the message is, hey, first off, we're protecting home court. We're going to protect home. We got to find a way you have to get paint touches. The ball has to touch the paint in that zone. You have to create some type of disadvantage, continue to attack the boards defensively. Someone's got to step up. I love to see Joseph Pinion coming off the bench, a guy that doesn't play a lot of minutes. He's stepped up, knocked down the big 3. Shots are going to fall for them. They just can't settle for bad ones. And let their defense turn into offense. This is an Arkansas team that turns teams over.
Going.
Absolutely.
Right? And again, you talked about that big 3 from Pinion, momentum changer. That's one of 2 threes for the Razorbacks in the first half. All right, kind of chaotic start to Texas A&M Florida. That game going down to the wire right now. Let's show you what was happening. Is that, by the way, Texas A&M had Florida had a 1-0 lead early in that game because A&M forgot
baby.
They forgot the jerseys at the hotel, but it didn't matter. A&M rolling. Look at this.
And Florida forgot to box out. Marble look at him on the sideline. Good action.
Wade Taylor, the 4th, gets it inside. Tough finish. This game going down to the wire. 51 seconds left down in the swamp. Surprising to you, this one?
No, not at all, man. It's a new season, right? This time of the year, it's the team that applies themselves, that has that sense of desperation right now. They talk about parity in college basketball every year. I've never seen as much parity as I see this year, Burns.
Well, I'm not surprised because I've seen Florida quite a few times this year, and they've been a team that responds so well in the second half. It's Todd Golden's difficulty has been getting my team, hey, let's play a full 40-minute game. Why do I have to rip you a new one at halftime for you to respond and come and play? And, you can't ever count a Buzz Williams team out. It's been a little bit of a gritty game. But it's exciting to see in these last 50 seconds to see who can come away with this.
Gritty is a fantastic way of saying there has not been a whole lot of offense, and it's been slow.
No, there's been offense off of the defense of the Aggies.
We will show you the rest of that game as it concludes. We're coming up in just a couple of minutes. But how about this? Got a little and one action over the back. Arkansas trying to claw themselves back into this game, down 7 at the break.